All right, yes, sir. We're back with OTC on Tuesday, October 7th. And this is do or die for the Yanks. And we got a lot to talk about over the weekend football and what's coming up this week. And we also even have the Rangers starting game one of the season. Z-Man, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Joe Cap. I wish my picks did better last week.
Yeah, that's all
We were
right.
2 up and 4 down, man. We had a couple tough beats, but overall it's good, man. The weather's been beautiful here in upstate New York at the base of the Adirondacks.
Yeah,
Like
man.
today was like 80 something. Yesterday was a mid 80s. Sunday,
Yeah, I think it was
played some
80.
golf.
It was 80 Monday night for the Bills game. That's
Yep,
crazy.
for Sunday night. Yep, it's been
Sunday night,
crazy.
yeah.
It's
Awesome.
But me, I like the 4 seasons. You're a native
Me
New
too.
Yorker
Me too.
at heart, so I'm
Three
hoping
seasons. 3 seasons down here in Charlotte. No
Yeah.
winters.
I like to see the weather start changing. I think it's going to. It's going to start getting into fall, which is good.
Yeah.
But this is the best time of the year, guy, because we basically got 4 sports plus
I love it.
the offspring stuff going. We got college football,
Yep.
the women's WNBA. I mean, it's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it is. And the thing is, tonight is going to be a big night for the Yanks. I mean, I don't know. I'm not feeling really good about it. I mean, you're getting spanked 2 nights in a row, and you're coming home. You got to stay alive. You got to do
I think
what you
they're
got to
going to
do.
win.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
I hope so. I mean, listen, I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not going to go nuts. If they lose and get wiped out, then I might be singing a different tune next week. But let's see what happens tonight. Let's see if they can kind of muster it together. Let's see if Judge and Stanton can, get them big hits. And listen, I'm always over the years, the Yanks have had guys come out of nowhere and be stars and be the difference makers. I hope that happens. It always seems to be. But, Mr. October, he's Mr. October for a reason. Reggie just forget it. I mean, he was just, when that date turned to October, Reggie turned it up. And we need to see some guys turning it up in October. Jeter was Mr. November, but he was Mr. October as well. And guys like that have got to turn it up. So I'm just going to say, let's go Yanks. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, like everybody's bagging on Judge, and they say he's not a good postseason player. You know what? Listen, he's still hitting the ball.
Yeah.
Whether, they got, I think a big thing was the Red Sox series was big for a lot of reasons. It's a natural rival. It's emotional.
Yes.
It takes like Major League Baseball put that front and center
No question.
for the wild card round.
No
So
question.
then you come off, you got a quick turnaround. You go to Toronto. Luis Heel has pitched like crap basically the whole year.
Yeah.
He had I think 1, maybe 2 really good starts. Other than that, he pitched like a guy who didn't really have a full season.
No, he did.
And the Jays were waiting for him. The Jays are an excellent home team.
Yes.
But now they're on the road where they're not a good road team.
No, they're
So
not.
I think tonight we'll see.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the one thing you can hold on is that they're not a good road team, and the Yanks are much better at home. I know the place is going to be going nuts. I just hope that the Yankees could just muster. Listen, just win one. You just got to win one today. You can't think past today. You can't think past your next inning. You got to think every at bat, every pitch. Let's win this game. Let's do our best.
Win tonight, and then you play tomorrow and take your chances.
Yeah,
And here's another thing. Like the way that Boone manages, I'm telling you, I'm not bagging on this guy.
Yeah.
I never root for somebody to lose their job.
No, of course
But if
not.
they don't make it out of this series, man, you're going to have a revolt.
Well, I have to agree with you 100%. I think if they do not make it out of this series, heads got to roll. And I think, unfortunately, it's going to be Boone. You can't fire the players, and Cashman, he just seems to be bulletproof. So I think that, and you can't even really get on Cashman. I mean, he made some good moves.
Yeah, he made the boot. He did what he thought was right for the best of the team.
Yeah.
He doesn't go out there and push the buttons to make these guys play.
No.
So there's one thing that I'm going to stick up for him for.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I'm tired of hearing about a player's manager.
Right.
What exactly? I'll ask you a question, and I'd love to have some really astute baseball people tell me this. What is a player's manager? I'm not a parent. I don't have any children. You are a parent. Are you a parent first?
Good point.
Or are you a friend first?
Great. That's a great analogy.
It's the same thing with a player.
Right.
Are you a friend to the player because you want them to do well?
Right.
Or are you a manager to push these guys and get them into the positions to do well? Now, you take the Yankees, they are analytically driven. That's why they hired Boone.
Right.
Because he wouldn't talk back to Cashman in the front office. There's no question that when he makes a lineup, he runs it off the analytics people and the front office. Is it his lineup? Yes. Is there a lot of stuff that goes into it? Definitely.
Absolutely.
And it's about time that he starts taking water for some of his decisions. If Joe Public went to work and the bottom line in corporate America per se is your profit and loss. And in any kind of sport, the profit is the championship.
Right.
No one remembers who finishes second. It is inconsequential. This is his 8th year. Joe Torre won 4 World Series with the Yankees. Now, we can argue about the players, at the timing, everything else. But what you can't argue is they ran him out in his 8th year.
Yeah.
Because the team was going in a different direction.
Yep.
So where's the difference?
Yeah, and Girardi too. And the thing is, it's the point I'm going to bring back, your point is you have to be the manager first, not their friends first. You got to do what's best for the team. Your objective is to take these group of players and to win a World Series, not to make the playoffs, not to have all these records. Listen, MVPs, batting titles, all this 30 for 30. Who gives a shit when it comes to October? You need to win. That is the Yankee mantra, not the Brewers mantra, not even the Dodgers mantra. It's the Yankees mantra. Win in October.
What, too, Joe, I'm going to jump in with you and say that's a good point. I don't know if you've been paying attention. I'm sure you have to the Major League Baseball playoffs.
Of course.
But let me tell you something. The Dodgers are just sleepwalking their way through, and people better be taking real good notice of them. This team was built for the marathon and not the sprint.
Right.
They're going to be a tough out.
Oh, no question.
The Brewers have arguably been Major League Baseball's best team for the whole year.
Yep.
You can say what you want, and it's everyone has an opinion, but the proof is in the pump, as Getty would say, and the Brewers have been the number 1 team basically the whole year. But you watch the Dodgers, man, they are dismantling Philly right now.
I mean, and has a lot to do with experience, and even Ohtani's he's not hitting home runs and going 4 for 4. I think he's got 1 or 2 hits in the series, but the other guys are picking up the slack. The play that Muncy made to throw out Castellanos at third base, that is a major league October type play. That killed them. And they were making a run. They needed to get him over to third base. Not that they needed to, but I'm not going to say that wasn't the right call by Thompson. Muncy is the kind of guy who made the right play, and it's the other guys. Smith got the base hit. to score a couple of runs. I mean, these are the things that a team does, and we are going to need all of that if the Yanks want to come back and beat Toronto. And I'm telling you right now, Toronto does not want to lose tonight. If
Right.
Toronto
I agree.
loses tonight, they will
Yeah.
be all of a sudden, But that's the thing the Yankees have to take into that's their motivation. That is they've got to get to that point where they got to say, hey, this is it. We are winning tonight. All hands on deck. All right.
So,
and even, you know what I was even thinking? Fried, if he's ready to come out of bullpen to get an out or two, get his ass in the bullpen.
well, you got
get him
it's
ready.
all hands on deck tonight. If you can't, if you're losing or you lose, there's no tomorrow. And I agree with you.
Exactly.
On the subject, but off of it now in a different tone.
Go ahead.
You get Yes Network and
I
Charlotte,
don't
right?
I don't get the Yes Network, unfortunately, but I get the MLB. I get MLB TV, which gives me every game. I don't get any post game from the Yes. For some reason, I would get the post game for the Mets, but not the Yankees. And the SNY guys, I'd listen to those guys because I think SNY is great
I guess
and
this
everything.
is where I'm coming from.
Yeah,
it's like for Major League Baseball now. Like after the wild card round, ESPN had it. Now your best effort because of the TV contract is TBS and Fox Sports 1. And tonight, the Tigers are in a rain delay. The Yankees start at 8.
right.
Both the games were supposed to be on Fox Sports 1. I'm sure they're going to overrun one if it plays tonight to Fox Sports 2. They're going to do anything they can to get this Tiger game in because of the schedule.
Oh, absolutely.
But I'm like, it's kind of like a screwing to the fans again to like offset these games on like, let's say, secondary national TV.
Mad Dog. I remember Mad Dog freaking out about these games being on FS1, and these should be on network TV and this and that. At least so everybody can watch it. And if you don't have any kind of sports package, you're not going to get these games. I totally agree with that.
And here's the other thing I want to say too, and then we'll move on to some other stuff. I think another thing that's a disservice to the fans is on the television side. I think whoever the network is that has the broadcast, I think when they're in the home park, they should at least have one home announcer.
Yeah. It is. That's a good point. I mean, you could always throw in one of the home guys on with the crew, have 3 guys. I think that ESPN does with Cone. He's the 3rd guy.
I think he would be good tonight.
Oh, he'd be great tonight. He'd be great tonight. But that's all part of the who gets paid by who and all that kind of crap.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate, but as fans, yes, some of the announcers I can't stand. The ESPN guys I can't stand. Cone is great. Thank God for Cone being with ESPN, or else I wouldn't even listen to it.
I so agree.
Yeah, and then you have I'm not Schmaltz is great. But he knows the game. But man, oh man, he's not a Yankee fan. You could tell every word that comes out of his mouth.
He is the second coming of Tim McCarver.
Exactly, and he just doesn't stop talking and breaks down every freaking pitch. And it's like we don't need that.
If I want to listen to you, I'll turn on the radio.
Yeah, exactly.
The television, thankfully, gives you and I and others the ability, knock on wood, to see.
Yeah.
I can see what's going on. I don't need to be told.
You said it perfectly. I could see what's going on. I don't need somebody to tell me what I just saw, and that's basically what it comes down to. And it's one like the announcer for the Dodgers, the great what's his name? I can't think of his name.
Scully.
Vince Scully, of course.
John Miller. John Miller.
Guys, they were their whole deal was when not to talk, when to keep your mouth, let the play unfold, let the players play, let the people watch what's going on without you yammering. And I think that in this world right now, that announcers just keep talking and talking and talking. It's like, shut up. I put, during the regular season, I put music on. I put music on. I mean, I used to listen to, Susan, John and Susan. Yeah, yeah, Susan. But now there's no more John. So it's like I have to listen to music because I can't take these guys.
I agree.
Yep. But anyway, all right. Let's change gears now. Quickly on college football, real quick.
Yeah, that's good. Let's talk a little. We don't really talk a lot of college football.
And
I like the fact that you hit on that because I do have some opinions on college football.
I mean, I was a little disappointed. I was a lot disappointed in the Penn State game and Florida State not showing up against Miami.
Well, I think Florida State showed up, but that was too little, too late.
Well,
if that game went another quarter, I will beg to differ with you. The outcome would have been different because they were coming in the fourth quarter.
But you know what?
I think they just started a little too late.
Yeah, you can't get down at halftime, and it's like the game's practically over. You can't do that, and it's like anything. You can't dig a hole too deep where you have to dig out of it.
And Penn State, Joe, you're absolutely right. They got jumped from the get-go by a really bad UCLA team, and that's a reflection of the coach. If Ohio State beats Penn State again this year, that coach is going to be looking for a job.
Yeah.
And the rumor was out. I read on Threads, X's sports part, I read where, believe it or not, if he's out, the University of Florida would look at bringing him in. And I'm like, if you can't coach in the Big Ten, you'll never make it in the SEC.
Yeah, I know. I think Dabo could make the jump down to Florida if they give him, but I can't see Clemson letting him go anywhere.
I can't either, but that's interesting too. You know what I did, Joe? It's funny that I wanted to talk college football this week. I'm looking at the AP Top 25.
Right.
And this is what I got for you. Okay, so there's 25 teams. The SEC has 9 in the top 25. The Big Ten, the defending national champion, has 5 in the top 25.
Right.
The ACC has 4. The Big 12 has 4. Notre Dame and 2 others.
Right.
And it goes, I guess my point being is it just goes to the saturation of NIL money, and the big get stronger and the small get weaker. The only 2 small schools that are in theory in the 25 are 23 Memphis and 24 South Florida.
There you go.
Other than that, it's all power conferences and Notre Dame. And if you watch Notre Dame this week, they beat an okay Boise team,
right?
But you watch, that team's going to start catching a run.
Yeah, they are a very good team.
If they get their defense together, they're going to be okay.
And how about Texas just falling off the map? I mean, falling off a cliff.
They're out of the top 20. Both
they're not even in there.
Out of the 25.
Penn State's out of 25 too. See that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's deserved, I guess. It just goes to show you. You're right.
Texas is 27 and Penn State is number 28.
Yeah, I mean, come on. That's ridiculous.
And the other thing is
they were 1 and 2, I think, right? At one point.
Ohio's 1, Miami's 2.
Oh yeah.
Oregon's 3, Mississippi's 4, and Texas A&M is 5. And the last week's vote, I think Texas, I want to say was 10, maybe 10 or 11, and Penn State, I want to say was like the high 8s or like 8 to 12.
Yeah, yep.
But I mean, it just shows you the balance of what money does to you.
No question.
And the games have really been good.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it's definitely kind of leveled off. I think the NIL and the transfer portal has leveled off college football in a way that there's not the big, and even though Alabama won and Alabama's starting to look like Alabama, they're not the team to beat every year or
but
there's
some and I agree with you. And like this week, you got Ohio State's number 1 playing Illinois 17. Oregon 3 is playing Indiana 7.
Right.
You got Texas A&M is playing Florida. Oklahoma's playing Texas. Alabama's at 8, and they play at number 14 Missouri. and LSU versus South Carolina, Tennessee
LSU.
versus
Oh,
Arkansas, Michigan
yep.
versus Southern Cal, BYU versus Arizona, Arizona State at Utah. I mean, those are some, as a fan,
Yeah,
and as
exactly.
a better, that's good football.
For once, the fan actually benefits from this whole thing. I think I've been noticing the last couple of years that the games have been better matchups, and of course, teams are falling left and right, but that's what's got to happen. You can't have these teams have a lollipop schedule and play
Yeah,
a
no
couple of
more.
good teams. No more, man. You got to
Yep,
win. Look at
and it was good.
LSU. LSU
And the pick,
lost. I mean,
yep.
shit. I mean,
And
Kelly's
to
on his
piggyback
ass.
on your thought, man, with Miami beating Florida State, that kid Carson Beck, he's got to be the favorite for the Heisman.
Oh yeah,
He's
yeah,
got to be.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, I think him, the quarterback at Oregon, and I think the quarterback at Alabama, he's good.
Yeah, he's
and I
good.
think the game this week is going to be Oregon and Indiana, because Indiana's got to transfer a quarterback. I think he's from California, this Mendoza kid.
Yeah,
That's going to be
yeah,
a big game too.
absolutely. All right, let's switch it over to the. Well, now we can't even say where they play for pay because they play for pay in college football too. The NFL. What'd you think of last night's game? Do you think that Jacksonville can kind of start pulling ahead, or do you think it's just one of those games?
I think Jacksonville's defense showed you last night. I think that was a monumental win for that team.
Yeah.
And my blazing picks, I'm going to tell you why. I also think last week we got a good look at some good teams like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's a team to watch.
Tampa Bay is very tough. Baker.
The Lions had their way with the Bengals.
Yeah, and Lions too. Now all of a sudden the Lions look like, and that's the thing about these teams. Now they're starting to show what they are, and it's like that. Like I said, week 4, 5, you start to see the crime rises to the top, and the crap goes down to the bottom of the toilet.
And like, what do you think about the having two games on Monday night?
It's okay, I guess.
Well, like this week, it's Buffalo at Atlanta and Chicago at Washington. And how ESPN does it is they start them an hour apart.
Yeah, they're
like,
staggered.
I don't get
that. I don't get it either. I'm not a big fan of it. You know what I mean? It's I don't know. It's okay, I guess. It's better that at least you have an earlier game, which is nice. But I don't know. I'm still not sold on it because it does take away from one or the other. It's a national game. You want to, play for a national audience, but it is what it is. I mean, what are you going to do?
And I agree with you, man. I still can't figure that out. And here's another one for you. How about the lack of offensive line play in the NFL? Where guys are falling left and right or getting hurt. Yeah. The line play, like just the quality. I mean, this draft coming up in 26, man, if teams aren't drafting offensive linemen or trying to find them, then they're lost. Don't talk to me about drafting quarterbacks.
No.
You got to start drafting offensive line that can handle these defenses, because the defenses, I think, are ahead of the offenses.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think that a lot of these, colleges and even high schools now are putting the best athletes on defense. And really, especially as an edge rusher and a linebacker, now you have these tremendous athletes that are playing edge rushing and linebackers that could run across. Our old buddy Shaq Thompson, he was all over the place Monday night for Buffalo. He is unbelievable. But that's the kind of players you need on defense. You need to get those guys that are moving laterally and can follow a running quarterback and basically track them down. And you know what I mean? Make them throw it out or go out of bounds. And
I so agree with you, man.
Yeah,
I get it. What do you think about your Panthers?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I was just about to bring that up. Now, the Panthers, here, listen to this stat. If you go 2-3, I think the Panthers are 2-3. If you're 1-4, you have a 7% chance of making the playoffs. If you're 2-3, it jumps to 22%. So here you have the Panthers. They won a game that they shouldn't have won. They won it, and now all of a sudden they can sniff sniff a possible playoff spot. Now, granted, long way to go. We all know that. But the thing is,
But that's a good coach.
yeah,
I like this guy.
I like him too. I watched most of that game, and
I did too.
they looked pretty good. Young is starting to come around. I
Yep.
mean, he's starting
He
to.
still needs help, though. They still need offensive help.
They need so much help. There's no question about it. I mean, if they were to make the playoffs, that would be a tremendous plus for Carolina. But
Yeah, I
it's,
agree.
and here's the thing too, it's mistakes after mistakes you cannot make. And when Mahomes threw that pick six on the goal line, I was in shock. And not only that, Mahomes had a chance to stop him. Who was the guy? I don't even know the guy who intercepted it, but he kind of just dove at him. And if he would have just kind of ran up to him and just grabbed him and just held him there, or just try to slow him down, maybe some of the other players could have been there, and he just dove at his legs, and boom, he was gone. And it's like the kind of thing where, listen, I'm not going to criticize Mahomes by any means, especially after an interception, but you can't make that interception on the goal line.
I hear you. Last point, real quick, I'm going to throw at you real quick, then we're going to get our picks, and then we're going to go to a wraparound.
You got it.
Football, New York football.
Please.
All right, I'm just going to ask you for 30 seconds on each.
Go ahead.
What do you think about Jackson Dart?
Long way to go. He's a young kid, still making mistakes. I mean, that Giant game was a first half that you thought, here we go, the Giants going to win, and they just sucked in the second half, and he sucked in the second half. So it's a work in progress. Jackson Dart is a work in progress. He's not the savior at the moment. Is he? Eli started out kind of not so great either. So I'm just saying, okay. Now, as far as the Jets, the Jets are all over the place. I mean, their defense is horrific. Their offense shows glimpse, and then they show suck. It seems like one drive they look pretty good, the next drive they suck. You have to have some kind of stability, some kind of you just, and is Aaron Glenn out of his element and over his head? Maybe, but you got to give him a chance too. I mean, it's him and Dart are the two things that you kind of got to give him a little bit of time. You can't throw it. Now, are they going to make the playoffs? I don't think either team is going to make the playoffs. The Giants, maybe if they can win Thursday and kind of pull themselves together, but that's a big if, and that's you're talking about beating Philly coming off a loss. So we'll see about that. But
we'll see about that.
Yeah, and there's
let's
teams.
Do the picks real quick.
You got it.
All right. So last week, we were 2-4. So on the season, we're 12-11-1.
Right.
So get your pen and a piece of paper together because I'm going to rifle these off fairly quick. We're not going to have a lot of jargon.
Right.
We're just going to
want to get to the Yankee game. We want to get to the Yankee game.
You got it. All right. So here we go. College football first, as we normally do. Your plays are as follows. We're going to take UNLV -5 over Air Force. We're going to take Texas A&M -7 against Florida. For obvious reasons, Florida knocked off a big Texas team. It's a bounce back. A&M's at home. I think they're going to be flat. We're going to take Texas Tech, probably the surprise team in college football this year. Start getting eyes on this team. They score a lot of points and their defense isn't bad. They're laying 13 at home against Kansas. I think that's a name your score. And then finally, in college football, your bailout game, we talked about it a few weeks ago, always on Hawaii when they're home. Hawaii is a 1-point favorite at home against Utah State. So in college, it's UNLV, Texas A&M, Texas Tech, and Hawaii. In the NFL, we got 3 games for you. We're taking the Steelers at home against the Browns because the Browns are coming in from Europe. Short week. Give me the Steelers at home with Aaron Rodgers. I think they're starting to hit a stride. We're going to take the Cardinals -7. Joe, if these knuckleheads can't figure out how to run the ball all the way into the end zone without dropping it, they never will. I think this is a teaching lesson for the Cardinals. I think they're going to be on the road at the Colts. Danny Dimes has been riding high. Give me the Cardinals +7. And my last pick, I'm going to take the Jaguars +2 at home against the Seahawks. It's an early start for the Seahawks. Seahawks coming off a big win against the Bucks. Big win on Monday night for the Jags. If you want to go to where you want to go, these are games you got to win. Give me the 2 points. I'll take the Jags. So in the NFL, it's the Jags +2, the Cardinals +7, and the Steelers -5. And that was a bonus pick and our run to the end zone.
Beautiful. That's what I like to hear. Now, I'm going to throw one. Well, I was just thinking about the game that you had Darnold going against Baker.
Yeah,
And
that
let
was a
me
great
tell
game.
you, it was a great game. And again, you have these two players that have been all over the place, and they still are starting to look like they could be something. And I love to see it. Although Gino in LV, I'm sorry, Gino. I think your time's running really
Joe,
low.
I don't even get me started. I don't.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Like I said, there's a lot of infighting between the defense and the offense. Gino isn't the true Gino he was in Seattle.
Not
I
at
think
all.
there's a lot of people calling for Pickett to play quarterback, Kenny Pickett, and there's just a lot of problems in Las Vegas. On the wraparound, real quick, I'm going to throw some stuff out at you. You're going to say one thing, I'm going to say one thing, and we're going to move it.
You got
NHL starts tonight, my man.
Let's go Rangers.
Let's go Rangers. You know what? We're due. We say it every year. They're like the Jets and the Giants. Let's go.
I hope, regular season again. Regular season, long season. Rangers look great. They're in the regular season. And then in the playoffs, they just kind of just putter out. I mean, Hurricanes, let's talk. They're good. They're an excellent team.
And the Panthers.
Of course, the Panthers going for the three-peat. So, it's a hard road in that Eastern Conference for the Rangers, a very tough road.
And the Devils are better.
I was just about to say that. The Devils are always a bitch, and they're going to be tough, and that's the way it goes. So, let's see what happens. Knicks are right around the corner. I watched a little bit of the preseason.
I wanted to say real quick, I missed Jake on this segment.
Yes.
Because I actually watched some exhibition basketball when the Knicks were in Dubai. I'm going to tell you right now, here's a name for the basketball fans to watch with the Knicks.
Go ahead.
Because this guy's going to be very important this year. Malcolm Brogdon.
Yes.
Because
I like it a lot. I like him a lot.
He's going to take over second team point guard duties. He's going to help Brunson.
No question.
If the Knicks want to get up and down the floor and they want to push it like Mike Brown does, this guy's going to be very important. Pay attention and remember his name.
Absolutely.
Malcolm Brogdon. That's it.
Absolutely. All right, Z-Man.
So hang on, Joe. We got one other thing. I got to just hear this. I've been waiting the whole half hour for this one.
Go ahead.
Okay. I got 2 words for you. Dirty Sanchez. Joe, I'm going to tell the listeners, you got 30 seconds on the clock, and it begins now.
All right. Evidently, he's got a major drinking problem, and I think that could be the reason that this happened. Now, I'm not giving him an excuse to do what he did. It sounds horrific. The poor guy is in a hospital. I mean, it's absolutely insane, but this dude, he's going to go to the judge. The judge is going to say, you know what? You're going into the tank. You're going to go into the tank till you straighten up. And if you don't, you're going to go to jail or both. And I think that, unfortunately, these guys, when you become a star, you get to go out and party and drink and everybody, yeah. But meanwhile, this was a wake-up call for him. Let's hope. Let's hope he straightens out. Let's hope that this guy in the hospital gets better.
Joe.
Dream job.
He had a dream job.
Yeah, exactly. And
this might be all going down the toilet.
Well,
in all seriousness, if he does have an issue, I hope he gets help and gets on the road to recovery.
This is what it takes. Rock bottom. He's hitting rock bottom now. Let's hope he can start. We all know people who hit rock bottom and didn't make it. So let's hope that he hits rock bottom and comes out of it. I feel bad for everyone involved, and especially the guy in the hospital. I hope he's okay. And but it's going to be a tough road for Mr. Sanchez. But anyway.
I as well, Joe. Got to give a big shout out to our boy Jake, who couldn't be with us.
Yes,
he's on assignment.
Basketball's going on.
Executive producer Moses Mo Lapine,
who's going up to Vermont again. He's going up to the woods.
Listen, I'm going to start calling him Daniel Boone or Maple Syrup.
Jeez.
He's a tree hugger now.
Yeah, he is a tree hugger. I wish I was with him, though. That's for sure.
Me too.
All right,
and a shout out to all our Oswego brethren.
We'll see
wherever they may be.
Yes, all our Oswego brethren and everybody out there. We'll see you next week. Have a great week, everybody, and we will talk to you soon.